Hello, hello. Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator in the Texas Hill Country. Let's see. Welcome to Story and Sketch Live with Pamela. I'm going to see if my AirPods will. Give me 1 second. There we go. I think we're good. If you're joining me, let me know that you can hear me before I move forward. Give me a thumbs up or say hello. Hello. I don't want to get too far into it. And I'm hoping today I am on Facebook and YouTube. It looks like I am. I got signed back into Facebook, so I think we're all good. Let me know where you're viewing from, YouTube or Facebook, and maybe where in the world you are. I know where Debbie's at. Good morning, Debbie. Awesome. All righty. I'm excited about today's scrapbook page. I am going to be doing a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, just a single page for my story and sketch today. Last week I decided to transition over to a 12 by 12 instead of my 8.5 by 11, just because Stampin' Up won't be carrying that 8.5 by 11 size any longer. Good morning, Charisse from Facebook. Awesome. I can't comment on YouTube. Hmm. I wonder if is that just you? Yeah, because Debbie commented. So once y'all comment on my program, I can see if you're on Facebook or YouTube. So Debbie's commenting over there. So everything, other people must be able to do that. So that's awesome. All right, let's see. I don't know what that is. Little fuzzies. So you can see I've got stuff going on over here. I've got some stuff cut. There's a few other things I need to cut. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with my 6x6 designer series paper, but I have all my photos ready. I have my journaling done. I'm so excited. I even cut out all these cute little banners to make my title. So before we get started, let me touch base on a few things because yesterday was kind of a wild and crazy day. Tuesday, March 4th, March 3rd, March 4th. It's March 5th already, isn't it? I don't even know. Yeah. So, first of all, here in the Texas Hill Country, all over Texas, really, we had like Lubbock and El Paso and Fort Stockton blew all their dust all the way across the state of Texas. We had I guess, what they called a cold front that blew through here. I guess the day started out with like at middle of the night, 3 a.m. There were tornado warnings and thunderstorms. Now here we didn't get much of that. I don't believe I do know some rain came through, but I didn't even know that it rained until I left the house. And then as the day progressed, it got windier and windier and windier. It was like 25 to 35-mile-an-hour winds all early morning or mid-morning till 5 or 6 o'clock, with gusts up to like 50 and 60. It was crazy. It was a little scary. And then maybe about 4 o'clock, I think it was 3 or 4 o'clock, the skies turned brown, the dust started arriving, my allergies started acting up, and oh, the electricity went on and off, on and off, on and off all afternoon. I couldn't get my PDF done that I needed to get done yesterday. So I made some cute cards to put in last week's scrap and create kits that I'll be sending out today. I mean, I was going to send them out yesterday, but things just didn't work out that way. that well. And I started feeling bad mid-afternoon when all that dust started blowing in. My neck was hurting and my allergies started acting up. I'm still struggling with that a tiny bit today, but anyways, it was a crazy day. But then also it was an awesome day because we had some new online exclusives that went live. This is just one of the kits, the suite collections that's available. I'll be using this collection of products in the next, I think not next week, but maybe the week after that. I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'll be doing in next week. But this one right here, I don't know why I only have one sheet. Let me see if I got them out of order because it has another. There's the other sheet. So this was one of the suites that went live. It's got two paper packs in it. So I haven't decided. I'm kind of leaning toward this, but I might use them together. I probably will. I'm just not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. And then it's got this is like a basket weave. I was just talking about Lagenberger baskets because of this stamp set, this basket in here. So anyways, I might could document that this week when I use this collection about my Lagenberger baskets. And it's got some matte neutral dots. There's this cool corrugated embossing folder and then some ribbon, white ribbon as well. And these cool dies that are rectangles, all different sizes with different um, borders around them. It's really neat. It's a really cool, and there's also these cute little mini tags. I have to share a little bit of this with y'all. Okay, because I actually have the products already. Okay, this is how I store my products in these totes. But there's just a little sampling of some of the new products. Stamp set, I got the paper. Look at these cute little punches right there. So these can make all kinds of tags. This goes with that. I think you can get this as a bundle. So tags of thanks. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use all of this, but we'll see. There's that corrugated, it looks like real corrugated paper, the ribbon and the dots. All right, so that is, what is it called? I didn't even look. I haven't remembered everything yet. Botanical Textures. The suite is Botanical Textures Suite Collection. So that's going to be, I think, in 2 weeks. That's my plan as of so far, as of now. And then this is, make sure there's nothing in there that you're not supposed to see. This is what I'll be doing next week. So I made this card. So, okay, there's these cool masks, is what we call them. I need to clean them a little bit better. I didn't do very good. And then, of course, this beautiful paper. I've played with this quite a bit already because just a little hint. Friday's artisan projects are going to be using this. But I made this card night before last just to share. There's that corrugated. I didn't do the inside yet, but look at that cool, pretty stamp set. And then the dies that go along with it. So if you love flowers, I'm going to share all kinds of cool ideas of how you can use this collection. And the papers are just gorgeous. So lots of great for spring, Mother's Day, friendships, just all kinds of cool stuff. And I love the little hint of black in there. And then some cool, y'all can kind of see a little bit, the accessories that are going to go with that next week. All right, so I'm excited about that because I've already got into it and played with it some, have ideas, and then there's going to be lots of inspiration coming with that from the artisans as well. And then also yesterday, think I don't know where my other sheet is. Oh, there it is. We had two brand new kits that went live, and I'm so excited about these two. I'm going to get both of these and scrapbook with them. So I think you can make 9 cards total. There's more designs than what's shown here. So be sure to check out the website and look under what's new, and you'll see all these new products that just went live yesterday. So that's going to be great for my Florida trip with Jeff. And then I just love the dies and the the gate, I guess it is, and the yeah, just everything about that just makes me happy. So, and that's kind of reminding me, the colors here are reminding me of my page a little bit. That Calypso Coral is super popular right now. All right, let me put all that away and then let's get into what we're doing today. All right, let's see here. So if you're joining me, say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. Let me get all of this out of the way and kind of organized. I got kind of stuff all over the place here. So this week's collection is the Storybook Moments. Let me find, I got my catalog here. Yeah, Storybook Moments. There's a lot to this suite, to the full suite of products. You can purchase all of this in like a bundle, so that's why they call it a suite collection up here, and you can get it all. Okay, so you would get this bundle, stamp dies, this bundle, stamp dies. Though I think right now there's a few things that are unavailable, so you'll have to wait to order the complete collection, or you can just order bits and pieces of it. Last I looked, this was available. I think maybe the dies were what was unavailable. I think they're coming March 10th, the week of. And then this paper was also unavailable. So didn't look today to see what's available. So that's why I'm using these, and this paper. These are 6x6, these are 12x12. And this actually has 2 sheets of all these punch out little characters. There's ducks, squirrels, badgers, I don't know if that's a lamb, I can't tell. Rabbits, all kinds of different creatures that are kind of in the garden. So it's also great for Easter. You can think of it, you can see some of the images a little bit here, a little bit better here. But it's fun. I'm excited or want to play with the what's that called? Storybook Friends. And then the paper is Storybook Moments. Okay, and this is Timeless Plaid. That's what we're using this week. So excuse me, as I can feel the allergens still in the air. So Monday, this is what I created. Barely fit it in here. Oh, I got a cool flip flap here. And we did some tone on tone stamping, a little bit of sanding on our two-tone cardstock because it has a white core and you can sand it. It's really cool when you like dry emboss it and then sand a little bit. When you dry emboss, it'll crack the paper a little bit, so it's awesome to sand it. Did a fun title here with the mini alphabet um, dies. Really loving those. A little scene down here that was fun to create. I water painter. I used a water painter with ink pads, I think, to color all these little images. I added a flip flap to sneak in a few more photos. And then I love this long journaling strip. That was fun as well. Okay, and I showed how to do that. And all the projects that I'm using this week are using my brand new sorry, what is it? I'm stuck with storybook and and sketch. This is my new scrap and create kit that you can get with a $50 order before tax and shipping through my Stampin' Up website. There is a link with the hostess code in it in the description, I believe. And then you can also purchase this kit outright, I guess is the word I want to use. You can just purchase the kit for $26, sorry, $26 total, and you'll get all the paper that I'll be using throughout the week. You'll have some scraps left over. You can recreate the projects that I create throughout the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So a two-page 12 by 12 scrapbook page layout that I just shared, the 12 by 12 scrapbook page that I'm doing today, and then two fun fold cards on Friday. So you'll have all the paper that you need to recreate those, or you can use this collection of paper to make whatever you want. So there are going to be 12 by 12 sheets in here, one or two 8.5 by 11. You'll get some tone on tone cardstock, just a 6 by 12, and then this 12 sheets of the 6 by 6 timeless plaid paper. So you'll get a sampling of the patterns that are in there. So be sure to check the links in the description. It'll take you to a landing page that'll give you all the details of how you can just buy the kit for $26. You can get it for free with your $50 purchase, or you can join my subscription club where you get a month's worth, so 4 weeks, or the VIP with some couple of extra bonuses too. And I will also, once I have people signing up for the subscription club, then like the month long, I will start up the exclusive Facebook group that I'll be sharing even more stuff with in there using the bits and pieces that I have left over from the Scrap and Create kit and techniques and so forth. So, going to have lots of fun with that. And I'll have a new kit every week because I've been showing new products every week, focusing on a collection of products. And that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. Good morning, Kelly. Thanks for joining me. All right, so let's get busy. I am going to do probably a little coloring today. I didn't on Monday using the Stampin' Blends. So these are products that you would want to have on hand to recreate the projects for the week. You'll need your Storybook Garden Patch stamp and dies. So all my dies are laying over here on my table. So I'll put those back in here in a few minutes once we get everything cut. And then these are your cling stamps. Okay, so they do the rubber because of the little details in here. Supposedly, you get a better detail. I don't know. So, I'm getting used to them of how they work, and they just cling right onto they have a little sticky label there that you put on, and they cling to your blocks. So we'll do a little bit of that. These are the colors I think I'm going to use today, right here. We got crumb cake, pecan pie, wild wheat, mossy meadow, and Cajun craze. And I did just realize that I may need to get my chamois wet. It's kind of wet. I think it's wet enough. I'll flip it over. Okay, so I've got my chamois here. And some things cut already. This is the nested dies, I think. Nested essential dies. I wanted to play with those and try these, so I didn't manage to sneak any in on Monday, but today we are going to be doing this little tag right here as I to make the title, so a little banner. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use these today, but I'll use these on Friday for our Feel Good Friday cards. And then I also used the mini alphabets. So I've already got those cut. And I have this, we'll see, maybe I'll do a little bit of splattering with the elements of text. I used this one on Monday. So let's see where we can incorporate that today, maybe. And let's get busy. All right, so I've got my photos. This is a cool story. Out of the whole pandemic thing back in 2020, it was difficult for everyone, but there were a lot of little blessings all throughout it as well. So one of those blessings was finding on Facebook, I think it was, I came across this hometown business called Hat and Heart Farm, Hat and Heart Farm. I think It was farm and not farms. And it was this sweet little couple, young couple, that he had been farming his whole life. They have a farm that is filled with vegetables. I think I connected with them like the week after everything got shut down. You couldn't find eggs or flour or sugar, and they were able to provide those things. So I signed up for their weekly um, delivery, I guess it was. At first, they delivered it to our house. So I have a picture of that right here. So they would just, there was social distancing, so they just dropped it off. We had to put a box or something. I put the laundry basket out at the gate, and they delivered the order. And you were able to go online. And at first, I think it was just like two options that you could pick. And then as the weeks progressed, we were able to pick and choose things because they got an online website started up. And then eventually we were able to drive up to their home and pick up our orders. They had them all ready to go for us, and we would just stick them in the back of the car and take off. And this particular day, I asked them if I could get a photo of them for my scrapbook. And then, so there's the veggies, the order. And so my title is going to be Farm to Table. And there is one of the meals that I cooked. I think this was kind of like scalloped potatoes, but I used turnips instead. And it was okay. I prefer the potatoes, but I did use the lettuce and all the veggies that they provided us to make our salad. And then I was able to get groceries. Um, so we had chicken legs, I guess, that night. So there's a close up of some of the stuff I mean, the vegetables were gorgeous and they were so yummy and nutritious. And then we were able to get eggs as well, home farm eggs. I don't know. Farm eggs, like right from the chickens. They didn't have to be processed or anything. Then they have added, we could get some local types of organic meat, some coffee. They got some coffee that they picked up, I think, from Austin, organic coffee. And then one of the places that does flowers, they had a flower garden. Um, that I ordered a couple of times just because it was pretty and fun. So there's a picture of me then, probably about June 2020, and I have some of the flowers in the background. And then I got my journaling, and I had my journaling um, talking about the company, the Hat and Heart Farms, and how it helped us through that difficult time to put food on the table, nutritious food. So it was really cool. All right, so I've chosen these. I don't know how I'll use them exactly yet, but these are the patterns, the DSP that I've chosen for here. Real earthy tones. Even though the pictures are bright, I think this will just work with the farm idea. In your kit, you'll get 3 sheets of the 12 by 12 white willow. So I've already cut this one down to 11 and a half by 11 and a half. And then you'll get a sheet of crumb cake two-toned cardstock. I've already cut the inside out, so I just left a 1 inch border. And I had that 10-inch piece from inside here that I'm able to use for other elements of the page. So I don't think I'm going to do a bunch of sponging and all that because I have some other things to cut. So I want to be conscious of the time that it takes to do some of these things. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this 11 and a half by 11 and a half white willow. I'm only putting adhesive along the edge since I don't have anything right here. I'll lay this down, tack it down here in a minute. But this will give us like a 1/4 inch border all the way around. All right. And let me tack this down on the page. So there are my favorite removable glue dots. Whoops, sometimes they go on, sometimes they don't. There we go. And that I just do one in each opposite corner and it'll hold down the paper to my mat. Get it straight. So I think we're straight here. Now I know how I want to put my photos, so let's do that. Oh, and I need a couple of flip flaps. So let me see if I have those laying out here, or if I need to dig out some more. I guess I will use these like that. So we have some that have the adhesive strip on the top, but I use those a lot because a lot of my photos are um, portrait, not so many landscape now. I try to remind myself to take landscape photos with my phone, but I forget a lot. But back then I was doing a little bit better. All right, just had to take a sip of my lemon water. Okay, so we'll see which orientation that I need those to be in a minute. But let me show you what I'm going to do here. I have two landscape, and then I'm going to kind of do something like that. Let me see. I think this is how I wanted to do it, like this. All right. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right in the center. We need to kind of lay everything out to see how it's all going to work. My banner's going to go up here somewhere, maybe like right over in here since it's got this area open. And then I might can do some journaling over here. So a little bit different. Normally I think of a title over here and then journaling over here. So we might change things up a little bit, but actually journaling I've got already done that will go into, this is the first part of it. It'll actually go into my flip flap. And I just figured these pictures, there's the farm to table. Okay. So that's how I think those are going to go. And then these, I didn't want to put a photo of me right next to them, so I'm going to position it like this. Okay, so that'll be my focal point, and then I just have to decide how exactly I want to use these pieces, maybe like right through here, and I don't know if it'll go a banner, and I might do like little squares to get all the colors in. So we'll play around with that in just a minute. So this one is probably going to go like this. Let me flip that around. So it'll open this way. These are 3x4s, 3x4 photos and journaling. And then these are called 3x4 flip flaps. So I can go ahead and add this together so it'll stay. So to do that, it's gonna layer right on top of there or over top of it. So I'm going to put some adhesive right on this edge underneath. I'm going to line up my photo as best I can right there. So you don't really see it behind that photo. I can attach that. So this is all attached now. And then we'll see about um, how I want to do. Let's do that down here too. This time, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to Do I want to do them both? I guess I'll open it this way. I don't know that it really matters that much. So this one will go like this. If you want to glue those pieces together, you can. Then we'll do the same thing, but now we'll put the adhesive on this end. Let me line it up. So the weather today here, totally different than what it was yesterday. Like barely any breeze. I think it's supposed to be 10 to 20 miles an hour today. Clear skies. So the dust has settled, probably all in my living room. I'll be dusting this weekend, I guess. Okay, so we've got those. And then let's go ahead and so I'll probably do a scene down here with that dirt again. So this is a little thing I could do dirt, and I could stick some of these carrots down in here. We're going to do some paper piecing. So we're going to have to do a little surgery on some of these. We'll see how much we need. I'm going to show you, I need to cut one more of the um, carrot tops. We'll have this somewhere, not sure where. I may keep it all right in this area. We'll see. We'll do a little bit of like maybe using the Stampin' Blends to color on these a little bit. I will stamp out some of the other vegetables and pieces. I want to do a watering can out of just cardstock. So I've got that there. And that two-tone cardstock is perfect for this, these dies right here, and then this one. I used the back, the light side, and then the dark side. So it gave me a two-tone effect. All right, so let's see how, I might can do like this. So I've got to spell out farm to market. So we'll kind of see. And I may need to drop this a little bit. So it won't necessarily be like right in the center. We'll see. So that would be farm. You could do farm right there. Let me get my letters. I guess I could go ahead and let's just do that. Let's go ahead and glue our letters on here while we're trying to figure out exactly where they're going to go. Got my silicone mat. I just used the extra letters. I was able to get all the letters from my mini alphabets that I cut. So I was able to get the title from Monday and today. There we go. So it's going to be like that. Out of cutting those mini dies twice, and then I just had to, on this one, I just had to cut a T and an E. And then I still have some letters. I don't know if they spell anything or not. I haven't stopped to look yet. There might be something I can use on a card, farm. Okay, so just gonna center those on there. A, R. And these were just the perfect size, I think, for these tags for the letters. And you could do different colors of if you wanted to, but I was just trying to use what I cut. So I'm just sticking with the same color letters. So two, just stick them on this one real quick and we'll move these over here somewhere. All right, farm two. There's so my title's Farm to Table. So this was a really cool and fun experience, not something like I had ever participated in before. I'm going to move all these over here. So this is the two-toned crumb cake. I used the dark. This is what came from inside that 10 off that 10-inch piece. Anyhow, so this was a really cool experience. really enjoyed. They eventually, after about a year and a half, I think it was, we had a really hard freeze. Yeah, it was probably, let's see here. So was it just a, it might have only been like a year because in February of 21, we had Snowmageddon, which we had an ice storm, like an historical ice storm. So that pretty much wiped out their crops, unfortunately. And I feel like they did some stuff. They still did it for a little while after that, but then gave up finally. And then they just went back to doing farmers markets. And I never take the time to go and check those out, hardly ever. I do have some photos from one here in Fredericksburg that I've done two or three times, maybe. I got some sticky note or post-it note back there. Let me get that off there. So that's how I only cut the one letter. I put a little 3¼ by 1 inch piece in my die. I don't know where the die is at the moment. And then just only cut the one letter at a time. So you could totally do that. Use a 3/4 by 1 inch piece, I think. All right, so there's our title. We're gonna have to use some. No, I didn't do um twine in this one, but maybe I'm gonna grab some. I'm not sure. I think we have the little pearls. I could do the pearls on there, I guess. Okay, so there's several ways. I might want to do this a little longer up in here. I'm not sure. Got to play around with the. I don't want to do that. I'm not sure. I don't know. Or I could do it like this, I guess. Kind of in the middle. Squeeze that in a little bit. Okay, so something kind of like that. We'll have our cluster down here, and we just need, and then I think really all I need are some, uh, is some paper. We need to figure out how we're going to do the paper in here. I'm trying to decide if I want like a mat around these because we do have, let me see what kind of cardstock we still have available to use. So I'm going to show you. I cut those little pieces right here out of some paper because all I had left of the green was this right here. So it ended up working out just fine using the designer series paper. There's where I cut out of the Calypso Coral, these pieces down here. And then we still have all these. So I'll be using like all these designer series papers that we have left over. Not all of them, maybe, but this is what we have left over for Friday. So we'll be doing some of those. I'll save those. And I have some basic beige, 8½ by 11. I'll use for bases probably. So I've got all this paper that I can use. So we've got some wild wheat and boho blue, crumb cake, and lost lagoon. I'm kind of liking that to keep along with the. I don't think I'll use either one of those. I think I'll save those for the cards on Friday. And then we got to figure out what color we're going to do our, because we don't really have a gray. I wanted to do um, paper piecing, kind of like this one. So I may have to use like the back of the crumb cake. So let's look at that. So there's the dark, and then we have the light. So I might end up just doing, yeah, I think I'm just going to have to do that. So let's set that right there for now. We do need to bring in our, let's do some cutting. Actually, before we cut, let's see if we need to stamp some more things. So let me look. How's everybody doing? Everybody's quiet. Um, this is another, I thought about bringing it in, but I didn't. Here's another sampling of some products in the mini catalog. That lattice, that would be cool with this um, bundle, but I'm not gonna bring it in. I try not to bring too many products into each week, but did want to look at this. Okay, so let me see. Well, they just used, I could bring in maybe just a little bit of, I have to be real conscious of what cardstock I bring in. And if I don't use something, I may change up the actual pieces in the um, Scrap and Create kit, because I could bring in the, sorry, my hair keeps getting stuck on the tile. So I could bring this in. It's not two-tone cardstock though. So trying to think. This is gray granite, and then there is, let me look at my, let's see, colors I have here. Basic beige and crumb cake would be, but if I cut into my basic beige, then I don't have a card base. So let's, there it is. Just looking for my stamp set to see what else I want to do. So maybe we won't do a ton. Got that and that. I don't know that we need a basket, though it would kind of be cool with this particular, the farm to market. Oh, Bevan's asking if I can make pizza for lunch. I suppose. We'll see. Oh, goodness. That girl, I swear. Give me 1 second. And guess I could be a bad mom and say, not answer. Sorry, sorry. Sure, I can. I'll just do that. Sure, I can. Because I don't have anything else to do, right? But let me, before I do that, y'all, I've got to, what time is it? Okay, I have an hour. I don't know if my alarm will, um, I just got to watch the time, like at 11 something. So we'll see. 11:25. I need to preheat the oven. Okay, let me get paper out. I don't know. I don't know if I want to stamp anything. Kind of looking at what I think I'll just do the I think I'll just do the die cutting. So I'm gonna do the, what do you call it? The dirt. Some more of those. I'm gonna do these. And I might do the little trowel. Is that what you call it? I don't know. Spade, something. And I've got all that other stuff cut, so I think we're good there. And yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm looking at one of the samples in the mini catalog. This one right here. I'm kind of seeing this scene right here. Guess I could bring in some blue. I don't know. Does that would work? Because I have the blue here. I just didn't have it. I won't, I guess maybe I won't use all these colors. We'll see. I'm just thinking of putting them right over here somewhere. So we'll do that once we figure out our little scene down here. Okay, so no stamping today. We're going to just use the dies. Got my machine here. We just have a few more things to cut. So I guess I will do the full. We'll have to do these one at a time. We'll do this on the light side. This is the boho blue. That way I'm not bringing any more cardstock in. Oops, I'm going to just go this way. Hello, Rhonda and Jackie. Oh, all of a sudden I'm seeing everybody's comments. All right, so we've got that. Then all we have to do is flip it over to the dark side. And I dropped but that's fine. I don't need it right now. And then we're going to do the outline, kind of the shadow image in dark. So we got Rhonda, Jackie, Flo. Welcome, ladies. Thanks for joining me. Oops, sorry. Jackie, I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is that because I wasn't logged into Facebook yesterday, that was the only difference. Or it was a YouTube issue. I don't know why it didn't have closed captioning yesterday. No clue. But maybe let me know like next Monday if that's an issue, because maybe it's some setting. I don't know why the settings would be different from one day to the next, though. So, all right. So I think that's all I need of that. And then let's do I'm going to do the dark for, first of all, let me, um, I think I'm just going to cut it a different, let's see what the width is of this. This is about 3.5 inches. So I'm going to cut, let me see what this is real quick. So let's cut a 3.5 inch piece. I'm going to do it down here. I already have some scrap. I'm cutting it like this. Sorry, I don't have room. I think I just want to cut it twice. And I'm probably gonna do it a little bit higher up here. Not too high. I don't know. And there we go. It's not really, I'm not sure. Maybe I cut it that way. Still gonna have to trim a little bit off. We'll see. Still trying to figure out how to use these type of border dies. All right, so we'll just trim that off where we need to. And then we'll do it again. I'm gonna flip it around this way this time. And do it up higher. Could do it like this, yeah. Sneak it up in there. And then I'll do some trimming. We'll trim that in just a minute. We'll have two pieces, I think. So we can either put side by side or overlap a little bit. And then I think I want this. And I guess I'll just do it in light. I don't have like a brown, like a pecan pie or anything in that paper collection. Let me look at my other designs here. Oh, I'm just going to do it right here. I do like the gray, but I'm not going to bring in more cardstock. And I do need to cut one more, almost done. I need to cut one more need to keep that handy because that goes there. Don't think I messed that up. One more carrot top. So yeah, today we're doing like paper piecing. And I might bring in just a little bit of, there we go. Maybe use the stamping blends just to add a little depth and texture to our paper pieced elements. All right, let's see. Whoops. Oh, all my letters stuck to the thingy. So give me 1 second while I grab them because I threw them all on the floor. And let's hope I didn't lose any letters. I'm gonna sneak a peek in the trash. I don't think I did. So I think we're good. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna adhere all of this. Just get that done. And then we'll do a little shading maybe or blending. You can do this one. So this is again where that two-tone cardstock really shines. Let's see. Just line it up right here and up here. And then everything else will kind of fall into place. All right, so now we've got that. Got our little trowel, or what do you call this? Spade. Got this piece. These, we're going to do a little surgery on these. And we're just going to cut, fussy cut, kind of around, like the shape of a carrot. Trying to get it as smooth as possible. So then those can just stick on there when we're ready to put it on. So just different ways you can use these die cut pieces. Kind of an oval. There we go. That'll work with those. That's done. That's done. Does anybody know what that's called? Who are our gardeners? I'm really not. I do not have a green thumb. All right, so this I want to do, I'm gonna first, I'm gonna freehand it right here. So there's some, and then I probably do want my paper trimmer to maybe cut. Let me see how wide I did that one. About right there. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. Doesn't have to be exact. And then we'll cut it right here. I'll cut that piece off and right here. So now we have these two pieces. I might kind of overlap them. We'll see. Make sure I'm not losing any more letters. All right, so this, they cut little slits right here. So this is where you can put your carrots and so forth in. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue like right down here. Guess I'll go even to there. And we're just going to do it down in this corner, put it right there to the edge of the white. And then this one, I think we're just going to kind of butt it up against here. I'm not sure how I want to end it over here. Looking at some different options. I haven't glued that down yet, so we'll see. We'll put like a carrot down in here. Since I did I'm the perfect gardener in my head. I let my husband do all that. A little shovel. That's good. That's good. Hey, Laura. That's perfect, Debbie. All right, so then there's that. There is another option that we could have done. I'm not going to do it, but I could have um, cut this out in white and then just used my marker to color it the gray. Okay, so that's a thought. If you don't have the paper that you need, that you want, then consider that. And I may change that when I do photos here in a little bit. All right, and then another carrot, like right maybe here. And I'm going to decide what I'm going to do right here, how I can cover this end up. Trying to stick it down in there. I guess I can just pull it out. All right, I'm going to put a little adhesive like right back here. So when I stick these in, then, oops, they're going to go that way. They're going to kind of stick in there. And I might need one more. I might need a couple more of those because I even showed one kind of like just sticking out like this. But we'll do that in a minute. Okay, that's all down. I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive here. And then if I want to put a little shading on here, I'll just do them with them like this already. I'm just gluing these straight down. So I just put a little adhesive on the back of that, and I can do it right there. And then I might put one just to add a little dimension. Let's do a couple of mini dimensionals. We'll kind of overlap this a little bit. I'll just do it to right there. It's gonna fit if I do that. Trying to figure out how. Maybe it won't be so noticeable if I just do it like right under here. Okay, that looks good. That looks cute. And then I'm trying to see how they overlapped. They did tuck that back behind here, so I'm going to do that. And tuck it behind this. So it's kind of like that. Maybe a little bit further out. No, it's got to be about right there. Let's put my tummy's growling. I'm gonna put dimensional. So once we get this built up, it's really just placing all of that and figuring out about our designer series paper. We got to work in here somewhere. So I like dreamt about all this. I'm gonna let it go down to the edge here, I think, a little bit, since that's crumb cake the same. And I may put that down already, but I probably should have. So I could. Just gonna try to trim that off right underneath there. There we go. Okay. You could have cut it to where it kind of sloped down too, I guess. And then this is where I'm going to put this right in here somewhere to cover up that little seam. All right. I'm just going to put one there. And I might color that anyways, you know? I want these to kind of touch. I guess I'm going to just kind of do it like that. I'm going to see. I'm going to take my gray granite, the dark. Let's see what it does. It will darken it up, so I think that'll work. So I cut it with crumb cake. There, it just darkened it up a little bit. I like that. Maybe a little bit further in. And then I think I do want to cut one more little leaf right here, just to tuck up right there. And then we just have that to do. So let me do that. I'm gonna have the same issue probably with my letters if I'm not careful. Run this through real fast. That'll fill in that little spot. So I've got the back door opened over here so the kittens can go outside and they're not disturbing me too much. But it was a lot cooler, so it was an actual cold front that came through. All right, and then I can just tack that right down in there. And that'll fill that in just a little bit more. I'm not going to even try to, I don't think, I don't know if I can get it tucked under there or not. Can I do it from the bottom? Not really. Oh, well, I'm just going to do it like right there, right back there. Okay, so I just added a little extra back here. Let's look at real quick oh, there aren't any sentiments. That's what's been kind of tricky about this because there aren't any sentiments in this collection. You could put maybe a little bit of journaling down here, maybe. All right, so I'm going to figure out real quick. We're going to do this part real quick. Lined up pretty much like that, I think. I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. We're just, I guess, working our way up this way. So let's decide what I'm really wanting to kind of use that wild wheat. And I kind of wanted to use this too. Maybe I won't do the brown since we have a lot of brown going, and we'll do that. We'll save those because those would be nice for like Father's Day cards. All right, so let me see how much room I have here. Like there's, what if I do 2 by 2 squares? They're not going to be wide enough. That can't, well, maybe. Let's see here. No, it's got to be a little bit bigger. So about 3 inches. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut these at 3. Going to cut them, not score them. Okay, so I'm going to have that piece. So maybe 3 by 2s. And I can do one of each. So 3 this way, and if I go 2, because that'll just be, I'm looking at this area right here. So 2, 2, and 2. So it'll go from here to here. I think that's going to work. So let's see. I'm just doing the 3 so that it'll go this way and go up under my, so I want 2 of these. So 3 by 2s on both sides. So it'll be kind of like a patchwork, a quilt. That may be exactly how I do it. I'm gonna flip it around this side. I like this edge a little bit better. May end up looking the same. Okay, that's gonna bring in the color. I like that. Okay, in the springtime, I love to buy geraniums. It's my favorite flower in the spring, and I'll buy usually just one big geranium, and I kind of, yeah, let it die. Where's my M? M in here somewhere. I think this was an extra one. I got some kitty hair as well when I picked up. So there's farm to table. Okay, there we go. And we'll figure out how to position that. All right, I think I'm gonna like just doing it like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right. I'm not gonna try to make this too difficult. So we'll start at the 3. Who would have thought? It's this color combination. I love it though. Look at, so it goes from 3 to 9, and then we'll just move this over here and do the exact same thing over here. I just feel like that color's the heaviest, the next color in the lightest. So that's kind of why I'm doing it in that color combination. All right, now we can put our pictures down, and then I'll go through, I think, and do a little bit of shading with my blending pens here in just a second. All right, so let's see how I want these centered. So we'll probably put this piece, this one down first just to get started. And I don't think we even need to worry about I think we'll be good by just centering it as well, I think. And if I center it, well, I may want to go up. I may do it, yeah, something kind of like that. So there's some picture above here. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Just kind of eyeballing to see if that's, think that's pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and I kind of want to adhere this so I know where it's going to go, I think. Okay. So lined up, I'm going to overlap that just a little bit. I'm going to, oh, see, I forgot about that. Can do it like that. Is that high enough? Maybe about right there. Yep. I'm barely going to lay that down. And then this one, I just need to put a little bit more adhesive. I've got my adhesive strip here. I got to take off. And then I can line it up this way, actually. Okay. And then same thing with this one. It's down the center and on this side, because then we've got the adhesive strip. I can open that up as well and just tuck it up under there. Overlap that a little bit. So I'm just putting all these right up together like that. So when it's open, it looks like that. How cool. Okay, I love it. It's turning out fun. I'm enjoying it now. Now I might end up doing a little bit of journaling on the outside because I did ask ChatGPT about, I think it's Kathleen, and I don't remember what his name is, but I could put a couple of little journaling strips, probably just like right over here. But let's figure this out real quick. And I'm going to pop these up. So let's gonna use one, I think, for each one. And we might bring in a little bit of linen thread. I'm just gonna go through, I guess, and just put one on each one. Oh, so I feel it's still a little plain, but a little bit of journaling showing over here. Um, Farm to table, I might just put like the name of the company, Hat and Hearts Farm, their names, the date or time period. I'll probably just do that. And I think that'll finish it off. All right. So I'm going to do, so maybe a little linen thread I can just weave around here. I'm not sure about that, but okay. So let's see the angle I want. I think that's good. And just right to the edge. Oh, I'm so happy I got those nested essential dies. And right there, let's see. I tried not to push it down too hard because I may need to move it over just a little bit. That one needs to move just a tiny bit to about right there. Okay, then we'll just do this in the center and then, but well, it may be off center just a little bit since there's one extra letter. Okay, that's gonna be good. How cute. You gotta have flip-flops, Debbie. Yes. We have them, I think we have them in 3x4. Well, I know we have them 3x4, 4x6, and then I think 3x3 and 4x4s. I love them for adding extra, for hidden journaling, for extra photos, just to tell more of the story. Okay, I think that's good right there. All right, let me look and see what time it is real quick. Okay, I gotta get the oven preheated here in a second. So I think I'm gonna be done. Devin will be so proud of me, especially when she shows up and her pizza's ready because she's on a time crunch. Oops, I don't know what I did with that one. There we go. Now I'm feeling a little rushed. I gotta, because I really don't want to stay live and okay, I'm not doing this one so well. There, maybe bring it down a little bit more. Pop that up gently. Okay, so that'll work. Okay, that's better. I may play around with that a little bit more, but that's what it is for the moment. And we'll just do this. It will be off center just a little bit. I'm just going to kind of do that at an angle, I think, right here, like that. Barely laying it on there. May could have gone over this side a little bit more, but that works. Okay, and last but not least, let me see what else I've got in my, I don't know what I did with my embellishments. Oh, they're in here. One second. So I'm not sure if or how I could incorporate that in here, but we can do a couple of embellishments. And I just want to make sure I save some for um, my cards. All right, so down here we need some in our cluster to start with. So maybe we'll do, I'm trying to decide where I want them. Think over here. I'll do a little one. And I think I am going to do just some little bitty journaling right over in this area. And maybe you never know what you're going to see on the final project when I take my pictures. I'm going to do it right there. Sometimes I sneak in a few extra things. I think I'm going to have to today. And I think I want something right in here where I might put my journaling. I'll do one. I'll do it like right here, like that. Oh, I don't know what the kitten's doing, but they're making a mess of something. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over here and preheat the oven real quick while I'm thinking. My clock on my oven is actually not correct, but I have 11:25. There we go. So I've got like maybe 30 minutes, or no, 10 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do maybe some strips of journaling just right here, giving a few details, or maybe kind of going right in this way, because that'll fill that up a little bit. And I might could hide some under here, like do it right there. Just gonna do some up here. I went both sides. Feel like it should be like down at the bottom to let me kind of play and look at it real quick. I'm going to cut a piece there. I'll cut it a little bit smaller. Could just do this. I got to get it straight. Could put it there. And then do some, I don't know if I can sneak that up under there. This one will be a little trickier. Let me see here. Because of the adhesive. It's hard to cut this straight. I may have to, I know what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to leave it like it is. I'm going to see if I can shove it up right under there, just barely. I'm going to see if I can cut it straight right there. Better. Or you could wrap it around too. I'm going to leave it like that and actually, I could do it this way. Okay, that's better. Okay, that added a little bit of extra something. And I think I will I'll do this off camera probably if I have some. Well, I don't know if I can find it at the moment. I have some linen thread. It might be somewhere in last week's. There it is. So I'm kind of thinking I might like to, so they're not floating, I might do something with this, just tack down a little bit of that and finish it off. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm running short on time. But I think I like the way it came farm to table. And I'll do a little bit of journaling strips. So that'll be on the next project or on the finished projects. Do light. Let me look at this. What is this? This is light. Let me look at this real quick and see what. So you could do. I may be messing it up now, but we'll see. I'll blend it out a little bit more. Oops, y'all can't see. I'll play around with it a little bit. Um, I could do like just put some little like it make it a little bit darker on one side. I'm using light on this. If I You can kind of see it. even do a little bit on this. All right. So just some options. I didn't pull out the blue one. Guess the dark would be better. If you just kind of went over those little lines a little bit. Y'all see that? Maybe the light could go over here. Let it dry and we'll see how it looks in the photo. Hopefully it'll look okay. Yeah, kind of makes it look like this right here. And go right along the edge. And as it dries, it looks pretty cool actually. I didn't really do much on that one. Just adds a little dimension. And I'll see, I may have to figure something. I may have to get my blending pen or something and fix that a little bit. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to wrap it up. I will add some of that, I think, to the top. I'll figure out how I want that to look. So when the finished project is photographed, you'll see that little detail, extra detail, plus the little bit of journaling I'm going to do. All right, so thanks for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Let's see, I need to order flip flops. We'll order when we get our income tax. I know that. We got a little bit last week. That's how we went to San Antonio on a little date day. Took care of a few things we needed to get, thank goodness, other than the groceries we were supposed to get. We forgot to go by Sam's because I guess we were just having too much fun together. I don't know. All right, y'all have a great Wednesday. I'll see y'all on Friday for Feel Good Friday, where I'll create 2 fun fold cards using what I have left. Got lots of products still available. I was just going to grab it and see that probably not. There's a piece. Then we have everything that's still in here I can use along with, oh, get ready, y'all. I have we still have a bunch of stuff. Look at all that. So we'll do something probably with all of these. Okay. Thank you. Y'all take care. Have a great week. Hope to see you Friday. God bless you all. Bye.